Hello, world non-inhabitant. I am your host, Chantel Stevenson.
And I'm your co-host, Meredith Siegel.
And I'm Katie.
Katie is Katie's a guest on our first podcast. Yay!
Yay!
No one cares. Anyway, so I guess today's topic is sex.
Sex.
Why would you? It's serious, Katie.
Oh, sorry.
Basically, we're just going to be talking about how sex plays a role in society and why people seem like it's such a big, important thing to
Everyone?
Yeah, like they just make it seem like it's such a big deal, or that if you don't do it, you're pretty much a loser. If you do it, then
you're a whore.
You're a whore,
yeah.
And it's just ridiculous.
A lot of double standards.
Yeah.
Very many.
Mostly for women.
So how many of us have actually had experience in this?
Me.
So only one. Only one.
She's our expert today.
I am the sex expert.
Sexpert.
Hi, I'm Katie McMahon. I'm a sexpert.
Should be your name on your name tag.
I know, I should get cards.
Katie McMahon, sexpert.
I'm a sexpert.
For life.
You want to know stuff? I can tell you stuff about sex.
I
I can't.
I guess we could talk about the annoying things about sex, which is like one thing where I find it really annoying when I have friends who try to tell me about their sex lives, and it's kind of like irritating because I like when my friends tell me about their lives, but I feel like they get so into depth that they feel like I have to know every little detail. Or when they complain about a boyfriend saying that, I don't like when he does this during sex, I don't like when he does that during sex, I don't like when you talk to me about what you're doing in the bedroom.
Yeah, I feel like never talk about it with people. If someone asks me, which isn't very often, then I'll do it, but nobody really, I don't go out and say like, oh my god, you know what happened this time while we were having sex? Let me tell you what happened.
It's like a religion. Like, I feel like you shouldn't have to bring it up unless somebody asks you questions about it. But I mean, if you have a question about sex, you shouldn't be afraid to ask those questions. Mm-hmm. Or if you're having like trouble with your partner or something like that, you shouldn't be afraid to tell someone either like what you're feeling. But I feel like what you do in the bedroom is your own disclosure, and I should
not everybody needs every little detail.
Exactly.
Nope.
Something you should talk about with your sex partner, not your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need to know that. You had me on my back the whole time. Even my back.
Oh no, I don't. Yeah, I don't tell people how we do it or like. No.
He's like, he likes when I do this in the bedroom. He's like, okay, that's fine. How's that gonna help me? I'm not there with you. I don't want to.
I'll give you pointers next time.
It's like, no. I wouldn't even think your parents want to hear about that, let alone me. Like,
I really hope my parents, like, I've never...
Do people tell their parents?
My parents know.
I mean, people tell their parents that they're having, like, intercourse, but they don't really tell them, like, what they're doing in the bedroom. That's, like, really uncomfortable.
I told my mom, and my dad knows, too. Like, my parents know. My sisters, I don't know.
It's a little different, because you're just telling them that it happened. You're not telling them, like,
oh, yeah.
I don't want your mother to be like, so how was it? Was it how it was supposed to be?
Maybe in, like, 20 years, like, she asked me, I'll be like, yeah, sure, but...
Did he do this? Did he do that?
No, I don't want to talk about that with my mom.
By the way, my mom is not from New York, and she's not Jewish. I don't know why I did that accent.
Chantel,
I want
tell
you
me
to
everything.
Tell me, how did you do? No.
How did you do on a scale of 1 to 10? Tell me everything.
1 to 10 of me not telling you anything. That's 1 to 10. 0. Another thing is that I don't understand why it's such a big deal. Like, I understand when people do it for the first time. It's like, it's exciting for you, but it's like, I don't understand why you have to bring it up in every single conversation, or that in society it seemed as it has to be in everything.
You have to do it by a certain time, and everybody has to do it, even though some people don't want to have sex ever. So like,
it's like you're in a pressured area when you have to do it, and that's not really fair for your partner if you feel like you have to pressure them into having sex just because everybody else is doing
really
it.
Bad. That's rape. That's not good.
But like, I feel like, yes, there's rape, but I feel like it's also in what's the word I want to say? It's not fair to make someone feel guilty for not wanting to have sex. Yeah. Like, even if you're just having a conversation, let's say at a McDonald's, I don't know, and you're just like, so are we doing it tonight? Yeah, we're going to do it, right? It's like, no, why do we have to do it and not everyone else is doing it? And they're like, but if you don't do it, you're a loser. Like, you're just making them feel
I
bad.
wouldn't break up with or
Yeah.
punch that person in the face because it's your own decision.
I think, yeah, drop them real quick.
I think sex should be something that just comes along. It shouldn't be something that feels like it's forced, because then you're not going to like it, and then it can also turn you on from sex. And I know some people who, they like sex at first, but then when their partners are pressuring them into doing it, make them feel like if you don't do it, you're just like a horrible person, you're treating them wrong, and they were turned off from sex completely and just didn't really have the urge to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been like a mutual agreement kind of thing, I guess. Like,
And like you
That's
should
how it should be, though.
yeah,
know.
like it was never like someone brought it up. It was more like we were both like, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
let's
go.
do that.
Yeah.
And then like
And
it's always been like that. It's never like he's never been like, come on, who sucks? And I'm like, no, I don't feel like it. And then he would get mad at me. It's always just like a. I mean, I've never said
let's
no.
go.
I mean,
It's not exciting when like the other person doesn't want to do it, because then it's like, why am I putting in the
then it
effort if
feels
you're not going to?
creepy.
Yeah.
Like, you're not enjoying this? Okay, I'll leave.
Yeah, like you'd be like, oh yeah, wait, let's not do this anymore if you don't want to. Like,
And it's like, I'm not trying to make people feel bad that do have sex with like other people, like not every night, but like people who go out and just wanna have sex, like.
but it's still like a mutual thing. Like,
I know.
even if you like meet somebody that you don't know and then you have.
I
Like,
can't stand people make other people feel bad, because when you say you have sex every night, you're disgusting, and it's like, well, sex should be a thing that should, as long as it's like mutual and they're not doing it out of like for just like they're not just doing, I don't know.
Like, you do you. You're having fun.
Like,
So like it doesn't affect your life at all, unless. Yeah.
I don't get why people shame people for having sex. Like I've had people like, oh my god, you're only like, what? Because it happened when I was 16, and people are like, oh my god, that's so bad. And I had people that were like mad at me for it, and I was like, I don't think
there were kids who got married at the age of 12,
Like,
and
if you're safe about
with
it,
their siblings.
if you're safe and like, I mean, I don't regret it. So
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're like educated and you like know what you're doing
Mm-hmm.
before you go into it, then it's fine.
And like, I'm sort of a religious person where in my religion you wait till marriage, but if you don't wait till marriage, it doesn't mean that you don't care about the person or whatever, as long as you're not physically trying to hurt the person or emotionally hurt them as well, because that's also horrible too. And I can't judge other people for doing what they're doing, mainly because I'm not in their shoes and because it's none of my business. But as long as you're not hurting someone intentionally or trying to hurt yourself in the process, I feel like it shouldn't be that much of an issue. And another thing about sex is like how it's brought into the media all the time, where I feel like it's always forced in my face. I'm just like, if your parents don't want to know, it makes you think that I want to know. I don't want, you don't. And it's so weird how like when you they have sex scenes, like air quotes, because nobody can see that. Air quotes, sex scenes, because when you have sex scenes in TV shows, stuff like that, it's never awkward when you're watching it by yourself, but it's like awkward when your parents are in the room, or like you have a friend in the room. It's like,
or like when erectile dysfunction commercials come out, no thanks. Oh, all the time. I'm with my dad, and I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Stop.
by myself, I don't even like watching
Viagra commercials come on so
They're
often.
so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They make me scared.
Or, what was I gonna say?
Like,
I was gonna say.
well, me and my dad, we both really like Orange is the New Black, but I would never watch it with him.
Yeah. Oh no.
Never.
Too many lesbian sex scenes.
Yeah.
Or like
Ew.
the what's
sex
that?
scenes
What's
in
that
general,
movie that's
but when
coming
it's
out?
like lesbian, then it gets like on a whole nother level of uncomfortable. You're like, sorry, Dad.
It's like whenever my grandma comes into the room, because I was watching Parks and Rec, and like there was an episode where she's talking about how there's penises drawn on like the the wall or something, and she kept saying penis, penis, penis. Like before that, it was fine, and then when she came in the room, like there was penis over and over again, and it was like. It shouldn't be uncomfortable. It's a natural part of the body. And it's like, Grandma, you can't watch this.
See your grandma. Grandmas don't know about penises.
You always think that your parents are innocent and don't know anything. It's like, I know that you had me, but I don't think you know anything about sex. So
Yeah, you only
you're not allowed.
I know way
you're not
more
allowed
than
to
you.
hear it. You're not allowed to hear it.
Sorry.
Or like that new movie, what is it about the book about all the sex, something gray.
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey
50 Shades
is
of
so. It's so like, why would you want to go see a movie with that like other people? It's like
like a
watching
porn-
porn in
yeah,
a
it's a
room
porn.
with a bunch of people.
Soft porn. Isn't that a thing?
It's
Yes.
basically softcore porn. That's what.
I don't want to watch porn with other people. I don't want to watch porn at all.
You should, oh no, just like imagine a crowded theater and there's like no.
It's gonna be
There's
a lot
some
of
random guy in the
older
corner.
women
I know,
watching
seriously,
it.
yeah. Ooh, and that's even worse.
Yeah.
Some random guy in the corner just doing like, yep.
Ew. Chantal just jacked off. If anybody wants to know.
Hand
It just
gestures that you can't see.
happened.
What other things can we say about sex? It's just like, it's not even just irritating, but I guess one thing is that like it's annoying how in most schools kids aren't educated enough about
Sex
sex.
education isn't good at all.
No, it's bad.
I feel like people are just afraid. They'll be like, if you tell teens about this, then they're going to have sex. It's more likely to happen. But it doesn't matter because if you still have less people doing it without the education, they're still doing it and
Yeah.
they don't have the education.
But then they don't know how to do it safely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what I was gonna say. Sorry.
When I think about podcasts, you're like, you forget what you're going to say because somebody else said something.
But like lots of people talk about how basically schools teach them about abstinence and nothing else. They don't teach them like how to use a condom or like other types of like birth control or whatever.
Mhm.
Even though there's like so many different kinds. And I think people need to know because they're gonna have sex anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when you're like, if you do wait till marriage and you go and it's like, neither one of you know what you're doing. It's like, let's just not do it then. It's like, but I want children.
I feel like at school, like I went to a different school, now I go to this one, and I thought that like when I was in health, like we learned a lot about like protection and stuff. I was surprised. I was like, whoa, this is a lot more detail than I thought was gonna happen. But I mean, I got a pretty like good idea. But
I thought in high school we learned about it more than we did in middle school, even though it's kind of weird because we learned about childbirth, and it's like, how are you going to show us childbirth, but you don't really like explain much about. Nicole's at the door, bringing my bag.
oh shit.
Thank you, Nicole. Bring it in here. No. Okay,
No.
she left, so I'll have to get it after class. I can't believe it for that.
yeah. Well, I don't know if sex education is appropriate for middle schoolers,
Oh, we're done.
but sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
But definitely in high school you need to have like good sex ed.
Yeah,
Because-
because without it, I feel like so many things can happen. It's not just like feeling uncomfortable. Nicole, we're doing a podcast right now. Give it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about sex. Let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things we could be. Let's talk about sex. Alright.
Yeah, because
Should have opened with that.
We should have. Oh, that should be like a song that opens
It's
up
not
to
working?
it. Chantal, work on it.
Oh, it's crazy.
Let's talk about.
And he has to keep on shutting it down.
Oh.
Let's talk about.
Bye, Nicole. Nicole's a friend of mine. Yes, I have friends besides Meredith. Oh, also Meredith.
Wow. No, don't touch
Katie,
me.
I love you like a sister. Anyway.
Wow, good cover.
Lilas.
Anyways, you were saying.
Wait, to get
I
on
don't
topic.
remember what I was saying.
I'm sorry. To get off topic, I wanted to ask you a question. Did you tell people to vote?
No.
You forgot.
I didn't even vote myself.
Why?
Because I wanted to leave.
It's a terrible excuse.
You're voting on Monday. I don't want that sweatshirt that she.
Oh,
that she
so
made.
I thought you meant like voting for this government.
No, if I was old enough, I would have voted.
Yeah,
But
me too. We're not talking about politics. We're talking
Okay,
about
let's go back to sex, genitals, all the things. Anyway, what is one thing that you learned in sex ed that you felt was like the least like it was most, I can't speak,
most important.
no, it was really uncomfortable, but you're glad that you learned about it.
I mean, I think the whole thing was a little uncomfortable, like considering the people I was surrounded by. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like everything. I'm comfortable with a lot of things. Like I'm pretty.
I feel like people don't know enough about sexual diseases.
Oh yeah, gross. Ew. I
Like
learned those
there's
were really
different
gross.
types. There's different types of like herpes and like things like that where like they're not.
I heard the word puss all the time.
Yeah. And then
Puss.
very graphic picture.
Ew, yeah, I saw way
Many.
too many nasty vaginas.
You think that would stop kids from having sex, but no, it makes.
And then like STDs in your eye, those were so
I know,
gross.
like itch your eye, and then you got crabs in your eyes.
Yeah.
Gross. Ew, and like.
That reminds me of SpongeBob, where like there's an episode where they get the ick.
That's the most disgusting episode of SpongeBob.
He scratches his eye, and it gets on the spoon. Where I feel like that was their way of describing STD.
Ew.
Whoa, whoa,
To leave.
30.
30?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I have to leave at like 35.
Okay, so we only have 5 minutes,
Yeah.
which is 20 minutes is good enough.
Yeah, this is decent.
Usually they're like a half hour,
Mm-hmm.
but that's good enough because I feel like whatever. Anyway, what else can we touch about?
I don't think that there should be a stigma attached to it. I think it's like a natural thing.
Sex?
Yeah.
Obviously.
What else
I'm
are we
sorry.
talking
Right,
about?
okay. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I just feel like either you're looked down upon or you're looked.
If you're a dude, you're like, everyone's like, woo, you had so much sex. But if you're a girl, then you're like, oh,
You're a
Oh, I know, that drives me
whore.
crazy.
It makes me so mad when like guys get mad when like they can be unfaithful, but they get really mad when their girlfriend or wife is unfaithful. It's like, but it's different.
Oh, I
She's supposed to be
know.
loyal to me. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. I had these two friends are dating, and she previously slept with like a lot of guys like leading up to their relationship, and he was mad about it because she knew everybody that she didn't know anybody that she didn't know him really well, and that made him really mad. He was like, how can you sleep with people but not like it doesn't mean anything to you, because like it meant a lot to him, and she was like, what's it matter? And they always like thought about it and stuff, which is weird. I think
I can see where they're both coming from because there's guys and girls all the time have sex with other people that they don't really get to know. Whether it's because you're drunk or maybe because you just want to do it just because nothing bad's gonna happen out of it, which I think can be a bad choice if you're not like, again, coming to the sex education thing, if you're not prepared for what's coming afterwards. But if there even is gonna be anything afterwards, but I don't think he should give her a hard time, mainly because he's not in her shoes.
And
I
it was
think that they
it
should-
happened before,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it like had nothing to do with him
It's not
either,
saying
like-
that he doesn't care about him. It's just that happened in the
She
past.
just likes sex, and then
That's what she
wanted to
did.
have-
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like you can't do that with people with their past because like you're always judging them on that. That means they can never be truly happy because you're always in their face about it, and they could be trying to change, and then that person feels like they'll never be able to change because everyone already knows about their past, and it's like it's kind of mentally abusive to a person.
Yeah. They're fine now. They're good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, they're happy.
Yeah.
They got over it. But it didn't. Yeah. Anyways.
they got past it.
Yeah.
One thing is that people shouldn't take, not that sex isn't like a serious thing, it's just that I think that people take it too far to the point where things get a little out of control.
Do you have your charger?
I'm leaving in like 5 minutes.
I only need it for like 5 minutes.
1 second.
Where are you going in like 5 minutes?
Huh?
Where are you?
Job interview.
There you go.
Sorry for the other, oh, she left the door open. That's like when I'm at home and my mom leaves my door open after it was closed.
Same thing.
Yeah. I think that's what all parents do. They're
Leave the
capable of closing doors.
Drives me
I-
crazy.
it's like,
My
I
sisters
know
do
your
it
whole
to
life.
annoy me.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
come over and
that's
open
what
the
my
door.
brother
I'm like, mean.
Yes. Sorry, that was this Morrison. Anyway.
Wow, we're having.
You've got lots of guests.
Everything, another thing about, like, just with the door, it's like, I feel like everyone feels like they have to be in your business when it comes to
Sex.
sex. Not even that, like, your sexual orientation or who you fall in love with or your relationship. And
Or
it's
how
like,
many people you've had sex with, or like how many people you
Yeah.
haven't had sex with, or like.
I mean, sometimes you do need to know who you've been having sex with because, like, you need to. When
Could
you
be a
go to-
problem.
When you get a checkup
Yeah.
or something like that.
No, I mean not like doctors and stuff, but like lots of other people like want to know exactly, and it's like it's not.
It's like,
their
number is not
business. Yeah.
important.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, that's such a
agree.
turn off. But, like, if you had sex with more than, like, I'm giving a leeway because some people are just people. But if you had sex with them more than, is 10 a good number?
10 people?
More than 10, maybe even 5, I don't know. But it's like, I don't know.
See, I
It
think
doesn't
like
matter, I don't think.
No, I mean, like, I feel like if you, it's a turnoff when I see a guy who's had sex with more than, like, if you say I had more sex with more than 100 people, I feel like, are you telling the truth or are you just saying that to say
I
it?
think-
Because some people do lie about their numbers.
like if a guy came up to me and like he wanted to like be my boyfriend and he was like, well, I have previously slept with like 30 girls. Be like, wow, that's a lot. But I would.
In the past
It depends
week.
on like how, what kind of like his personality. Like if I think if he's not going to be faithful during our relationship,
it
or all
depends
he
on-
wants is to sleep with me, that'd be a different story.
Yeah, it's
Okay, you guys
don't know.
can keep
Like-
walking in here when we're doing stuff.
We're doing a podcast. Get out. Oh my god. And of course I have to go now.
Oh, maybe
my
people
God.
keep doing this.
I
Okay,
have like, one thing to say. I think it depends on how he like treats the people that he slept with. Does he treat them like conquest or does he just like
I don't know.
not?
He's this made up character.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay,
no,
sorry.
I mean, like, that's what you have
We'll
to
call him
decide
Jeff.
because the number shouldn't really matter. It's how he treated
Jeffrey.
those people.
Yeah,
Because
you're
he
right,
can still
okay.
be unfaithful even if you only slept with one person before.
Mm-hmm.
I think the number should matter if it has to do with, like, if he's just doing it as a contest, then I would be really suspicious about, like, voice crack.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he
Mhm.
treats women like conquest, like I need to sleep with this many women just because I
That's
have to.
what I need to do.
Yeah, like,
It's like, I feel like if you let peer pressure get to your life, that's also, like, unappealing because it shouldn't be about for the numbers. It should just be about, like, if people genuinely have a connection with people. Like, there's people who have sex with a lot of women, but they can't have sex with them unless they have a general connection.
Mhm.
I feel like that's important too, because, yeah. So I guess we're going to have to wrap this up now because Katie has to leave,
Getting a job.
hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Probably not. But hey.
Go and find her. I'm not going to tell you. Anyway,
Thank you.
Do you want to leave your social media or anything like that?
Okay, I have a Twitter. Wow, it's Katie. Caity.
Yeah, because don't spell the K.
No. And I have the Instagram, and the Instagram is the same thing as the Twitter.
Yes, and if you want to find Meredith, I don't know if you Tumblr or anything.
no.
My social media, I don't know if I can leave it on this site, but I'll try. You can also go to my YouTube channel to find social media, which is Amazing Danny's, which is amazing, and then Danny's, but Danis. Yeah, and my social media should be on there. I have a Twitter and Facebook, but I'm not going to give that to you. That's not private. And Instagram. Voice crack again. Oh my gosh. Okay,
So we
well,
Yeah.
see you guys next time, and goodbye.
Bye.